Welcome to Madhuban. Welcome to Gyan Sarovar. Welcome to this unlimited family. So on behalf of everyone here in Madhuban, I welcome all of you on my behalf in particular. I can understand how excited all of you must be to have come to Madhuban, to have made it to come here, because I know as the end of the cycle is approaching, things are becoming more and more difficult. But I don't think Baba's children find anything difficult. Is there anyone who says difficult, anyone? No? Everything easy? Everything easy. Because you just say Baba, and Baba takes care of you. Takes care of everything. You just hand over the problem to Baba, and Baba sees that the problem is solved. So today I will be speaking on the subject being Baba's instrument. I know all of you will say that we are already Baba's instruments. Not that we are not Baba's instruments. But then, how to confirm that we are Baba's instruments? First of all, that faith is necessary. That God has come and we are doing His task as His instruments. And Baba gives two meanings of this word instrument. One is that I'm an instrument working in the hands of God. He is making me do it. And whatever He makes me do it, I do that. I'm only an instrument. Like this microphone is an instrument. Microphone is not speaking, but I'm speaking through the microphone, which is an instrument, and this instrument is just amplifying the sound so that it can reach everyone. And therefore it's doing its own job of just amplifying the sound, nothing else. It doesn't have an intellect to decide anything. It is just helping to increase the sound. And if we think in this way as instruments of God, that God is working through us, we can really stay so carefree, because we are only instruments. But many, I know, people think, well, yes, God is using us, but then can't we use our own intellect too? We are not stupid people, that we can't use our own intellect too. an instrument. Although these hands belong to me, but God is using these hands. These legs belong to me, but God is using these legs. So it's God working through this one. I'm the doer, but God is getting it done. And therefore, I don't have to think. But still, I am the doer. Although God is getting it done, but I am the doer. And therefore Baba is called Karan Karavan Har, the one who does and the one who gets done. And He is getting it done through us. And we are also Master Karan Karavan Hars, because these hands are doing and I am getting it done, but under the instructions of God. So if I think in this way, all my actions will be very righteous. All my actions will be good actions. Because if God is getting it done, then no action can go wrong. Because He will do only good actions, right actions. So if I think myself to be an instrument, and God is getting the work done through me, then definitely I'll pay full attention to whatever I am doing. Because I cannot do anything wrong. I cannot do anything against God's directions, Baba's Srimad. It's such a beautiful feeling. And when I have this feeling inside, it's not that Baba is really doing it, I'm doing it, but that feeling if I'm creating, I can be benefited in so many ways. The first benefit I would get is that, well, whatever Baba got it done, it's lovely, it's beautiful. That's the way it was to be. I don't think of the result at that time, because the result is also up to Him. I was only an instrument. Baba made me do the work, and then the result of that I hand over to Baba to decide whether there will be success or no success. This morning you had a class on determination and love, which leads to success. So in continuation with that determination and love will come only with the faith that yes, I am only an instrument. And because of love for Baba, I will not do anything against Baba's will or Baba's Srimad. Because I don't want to defame the Father. It's such a beautiful feeling. I don't want to defame the Father. Because if I do anything wrong, not only will I be defamed, but my Father will also be defamed. You know, whose son is he? Whose child is he? Usually if somebody is doing something wrong, then, well, it will be asked, whose son is he? Huh? Who's his father? And if they come to know that his father is a very big personality, you know, they'll say, oh, he's the son of so-and-so. His father is so-and-so, and look at his son. He's such a great man, the father, but look at his son. So look at his son, but then in that way not only is the son defamed, but even the father is defamed. And therefore Baba says, you have to be very careful to not defame the Father. Because who are you and whose are you? Dadi Janki always mentions this. So I will be very, very careful in what I'm doing. And secondly, after it's done, I won't have many expectations, whether it was successful or not successful, whether it will work out or not work out, whether it will help or not help. It doesn't matter. Baba got it done through me, and I've handed over the result to Baba. And if there is success, well, it's Baba's success. Baba did it. I was only an instrument. Baba did it. So the success goes to Baba. And if people praise me, I'll say, no, don't praise me, Baba. I've seen how Baba's children, they're so sweet. You tell them, oh, you did so well. Oh, no, Baba. It's so beautiful, really. How we hand over that success to Baba. So if there is success, we don't take that success on our head and say, well, I did it and therefore I was successful. But it's Baba. And even if there's no success, then too I'm not worried. I don't get depressed, I don't get frustrated, I don't get upset. I don't, because, Baba did it, I did my best. Whatever Baba got it done through me, I did my best. Well, it's up to Baba. Maybe, and Baba gives the knowledge of the drama, that whatever happens has some benefit behind it. So don't worry if there was no success, doesn't matter. And whatever we do, nothing goes in vain anyway. A seed is sown, and that seed will not go in vain. At least I got an experience. So we think it in a positive way, that at least I got an experience. And that is why it is said very beautifully, a wrong judgment can lead to a bad experience. A wrong judgment can lead to a bad experience. So maybe I got a bad experience because of my wrong judgment or whatever. But then that bad experience gives me such an experience that next time I will never have that wrong judgment, because I've learned a lesson. So that bad experience has actually taught me a lesson, and I've become more experienced. And therefore, it's not that it was wrong. Okay, whatever was there, that's what it was to be. And in this way, as an instrument, neither do I boast of my success, nor do I get upset if I'm not successful. And this is a very beautiful way of understanding karma yoga. The Gita tells the meaning of karma yoga. The Sanskrit shloka is karmane vadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachanam. Karmane vadhikaraste means your duty is to perform the actions. Ma phaleshu kadachanam. Leave the fruit to God. Don't think of the fruit. You just do the right actions in the remembrance of God, and then leave the fruit to God. So Baba uses a beautiful word in sentence, a phrase in Hindi, kar karde dil yarde. Kar means hands, kar means the work, the acts you are doing or the task you are doing. So let your hands do the task. Dil yarde means let your heart be with God. So the hands are just doing it. They are the instruments, but your heart is with God. Means you are doing it in the remembrance of Baba. And He is giving you the strength and getting it done through you. And therefore the result you give to Baba. Don't worry. So if these hands are the instruments, but the heart is with Baba, then I know that whatever the result is will be the best for me, because Baba will not do anything wrong for me, anything harmful for me. There is a very interesting, story about it. It comes in the internet sometimes, that once in the plane, there was a lot of turbulence, and everyone was so afraid, that something would happen to the flight. And everyone was so upset. But then there was one child who was very, very calm and cool. One child, a young person, quite a child. And he was not at all upset. He was very peaceful. So somebody asked him, well, you look very peaceful. Don't you feel that there's so much turbulence in the flight and you're not afraid? He says, no, I'm not afraid. Why? Because, my father is a pilot. The pilot is my father. My father is the pilot of this flight. And he will never do anything which will kill me or which will, harm me. So I have full faith in my father. It's such a beautiful feeling. Everybody was so afraid, but not the child, because the thinking was different, that the pilot who is flying this plane is my father. And therefore, no fear. And this is why Baba says that at the end, there'll be so many things happening, but then if you are doing everything in Baba's remembrance, then the fear will not come at all, because I'm only an instrument in the hands of God. And this is the meaning of really the meaning of karma yoga. Karma with your hands, but yoga with God. People in the world don't understand the meaning of karma yoga in this way. When they say karma yoga, they think yoga with the karma. Many professional people, they are so much engrossed in their profession. They say, we are married to our profession. We have nurses programs here. Very many nurses, I see them, when I meet them, I ask them, they're not married, they don't get married. And they often say, and so I asked, you don't get married, you didn't get married? She said, no, I'm married to my profession. I'm married to my profession. So when you're married to your profession means you think the profession is everything for you. So karma yoga means yoga with the karma, yoga with that profession, everything with that profession. But Baba says, no, even that's not true. Karma yoga does not mean yoga with the karma. But karma yoga means doing actions with your hands, but yoga with God, connection with God. This is the real meaning of karma yoga. Because if there is yoga with the profession only, then there's so much sorrow sometimes. The result is not good. And then the sorrow will come. Oh, I did so much. I tried my best. I did this, I did that. But still I did not get success. Because every time success will come, it's not possible. So many things are involved in that. Your past karmas, the karmas of others, so many things are involved. So even if you tried hard, sometimes it doesn't work out. And then we do understand that, well, that's what it was to be in the drama. But along with drama, when you are handing over the result to Baba, then that will help you to maintain your stage. So this is one meaning of instrument. But the other meaning is something even great too. The other means I am the instrument, means I am responsible. So when someone is responsible, then too he is called the instrument. So a responsible person has to be so very careful. Very many people, they don't want to take the responsibility. Very often the seniors, the daddies, the didis, they give some responsibility and they say, no, I don't think I'll be able to do it. I don't want this responsibility. But to get a responsibility is also great fortune, actually. Why? Because nobody will give you a responsibility unless you are able to do it. Now somebody does not know how to cook, and a responsibility is given to that person that you have to cook for 100 people. So how can I cook? I don't know how to cook. But the one who knows how to cook, he will be given that responsibility, not everyone. One who is not able to give a speech, that person will not be told, go and give a speech in front of hundreds of people. No, he will not be given the responsibility. But yes, the one who can, he will be given the responsibility. So actually it's a privilege. If one is given the responsibility, it means Baba, Dadis, the seniors, they know that he can do it. That's why there's a saying, if you are given a responsibility, it's not just the responsibility, but also the strength of bearing that responsibility, of doing that work. Even that is given, not just the responsibility. But otherwise the responsibility will not be given to you. Because the seniors know what to give to whom. And therefore, if it is given, means it comes with that trust, it comes with that faith, it comes with that strength. So when that trust, that faith and the strength is there, then nothing is impossible. And therefore we say, when Baba says you are an instrument, it means that you are given the responsibility. And when you are given the responsibility, it means you're also given the strength with it. And therefore, if one does not want the responsibility, then that one will also be devoid of the strength which would come with that responsibility. And also, the result would not be very good, because the seniors, the dadis, they'll say, oh, this one always says no. Whatever you tell him, he'll say no. So it's like a bad impression. And therefore, that bad impression, who created? I, because I said no. Therefore, we have to learn this very beautiful, lesson in life, that whenever you are told something, never say no. Baba says na means nastic, an atheist. It's like you are also becoming devoid of all the blessings you would get if you would really take the responsibility and became only an instrument under God's instructions, Baba's instructions, seniors' instructions. How much success you would get and the blessings you would receive. But if the moment I say no, it's like Ravan's curse on me, this is a feeling. And therefore Baba says that take the responsibility, doesn't matter. And if I can take the responsibility, don't think that I'll be all alone. No, there'll be many to help me. And I should be able to take help from others also. Being a responsible person, of course I know I can't do anything or everything myself. There has to be teamwork. And that team I have to create, because responsibility has been given. So as an instrument, my perception becomes very wide. My attitude becomes very unlimited, because I know how to do it, I know when to do it, I know how to finish it, I know how it will bring success. And Baba gives that intellect too. It works. But then, as I'm an instrument, I'm responsible. Along with that feeling, the other instrument part, that I'm only an instrument. Baba is getting it done. That will make me so light. Because if I'm an instrument, I'm responsible, it can make me heavy. But then that is why the same word is used for both. An instrument of God, an instrument means a responsible one. So therefore, I'm Baba's instrument. This is the feeling. I will do only what Baba wants me to do, what Baba tells me to do. Because Baba says there is Manmat, there is Paramat, there is Shrimat. Manmat is your own opinions, your mind is thinking. And in that, maybe there is also a little bit of selfishness, little bit of ego. So many things can come because I'm not really perfect by now. So if I'm having my own opinion, I think in this way, then the ego and all the weaknesses will come. But if I'm thinking about others, what others will say, even that sometimes comes in the mind, what others will say. But what is more important? Is that more important, what others will say, or is what God will say that is more important? What is more important? Because what others will say will be different opinions, Even if you do something good, not that everybody will appreciate it, not necessary. Even if you do something good, maybe others will not appreciate. There's a very interesting story about this, no? That once there was a father and son, both were sitting on a donkey, and the donkey was taking them, was moving, and they were sitting on the donkey. And someone said, "Oh, look at this poor donkey, poor ass, huh? Two people, fat people sitting on this little ass, and how so much weight on this ass. Look at, they're not at all concerned about that poor ass, and they are sitting on it." So they kept listening, and then they got down. And then the son and father were going. So the son sat and the father was walking. Then somebody said, "Look at this young man, he's sitting on the ass, and the poor father, the old man, he is walking. Can't the son allow the father to sit, and why is the father walking and the son sitting on the ass?" Well, the son got down and made the father sit down. So people listening to different opinions. And then again, when the father sat on the ass, then somebody said, "Look at this, this father is enjoying and his poor son is walking, Poor thing, see, and the father is enjoying." Well, then what happened? They both got down and they walked with the ass. And then another comment, "Look at them, how funny, how stupid they are. They have an ass with them, but nobody is sitting on the ass." Nobody is sitting on the ass. Now what to do? Who should sit? What should they do? Because so many opinions, each one giving his own opinion. Well, not that they were wrong, but then nobody knew what the other one's opinion was. So they listened to so many opinions. And ultimately they thought, now what to do? What should we do now? Because we tried all options, and still people are commenting. So then what they decided, okay, let us take the ass and put him on our heads, and take him across, showing that he is sick or something, or he can't walk. And then they took that ass and both put the ass on their head and began to walk. And they were walking on a pull, a bridge. And what happened was that donkey, he gave a big sneeze, so loudly that, the hands moved away from the ass, and that poor ass fell into the water. And that was the end of the ass, because they listened to so many opinions. So this is what Baba says. Don't listen to many opinions. No, not necessary at all. Because each one will give his opinion in his own way. How he's seeing it. How he's seeing it. He'll say, supposing you want to put something on the wall, but those standing on this side will think it is on this, is tilting this way. If those standing on that side will think it is tilting that way. Now, whose opinion will you accept? Therefore, you'll say, no, let me see it myself first. Opinions can be many. So, human opinions are many because all are body conscious. And body conscious people will say everything in a very body conscious way. And if it's just Manmat, then I will also, if I am under the influence of some selfish motive, even that Manmat will not be the right opinion. And therefore Baba says, whatever you do, at that time have this awareness, if Baba would be in my place, how would Baba do it? How would Baba do this task? How would Baba think about it? How would Baba behave? So how would Baba behave? If I keep that in mind, then I'm following Srimad. This is what Baba says, follow in the footsteps of Baba. You don't have to do anything. It's so easy to follow in someone's footsteps. You don't have to think where to go, what to do, how to do. No, just follow his footsteps. And therefore, there were some murlis based on this, the 10 steps of Brahma Baba, the 20 steps of Brahma Baba, and so on. So those steps of Brahma Baba, what did Brahma Baba do? It was one Brahma Baba who sowed the seed of body, mind and wealth at the beginning of the yajna. And at that time, so many people commented, not that they did not comment. They commented, look at Dada Lekhraj, what's wrong with his head? All his wealth he has surrendered to a few ladies. Just to imagine. What has he done? He's such a prestigious person, such a big business, so much name and fame and glory, and look what he did. But Baba said, no, I'm working under God's directions. And then when Shiv Baba gave the direction that all of you now be holy and yogi, Baba made everyone make a promise, a pledge like that we will all be holy and yogi. Then also so many different opinions. What did you do, Baba? Young sisters, little girls, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, 18 years, young people, you made them give a promise that they will lead a pure life. Have you seen their future? Have they really decided on their own? What if they are not able to lead a pure life? You know what the answer he gave? Well, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. It was that Supreme. And he made me also give a promise. I was also in my family life. No, Baba was with his family. I didn't know that I had to do it, but he made me do it too. So I did it along with everybody. Even I did at that time. Not that I made them do it. So it was all one faith, one determination, one aim, one strength. All that oneness was there. And that oneness led to the success. So one seed sown by Baba. And today we are seeing this huge Brahmin family all over the world. And then in every Murli, Baba gives us so many titles. Yesterday's title was so great. You are all spiritual salvation army. As God's instruments, a spiritual salvation army. What is a salvation army supposed to do? To salvage the sinking ships. You know, this Salvation Army, if you look into the Google, you'll find out what it really is. In the First World War, it started. I think the Britishers started it or something. But because in that war, in the First World War, ships were used, you know. It was because they didn't have planes and this and that, but ships, and then many ships were sinking and all that. So the Salvation Army did this task of salvaging people, the sinking ships. Means helping people in every way protecting people. The Salvation Army did this work. So Baba calls us spiritual Salvation Army. I remember one Murli, Baba said, you are like those firefighters, those who work in the fire brigade, how they have to all the time be ready. Anytime there's a call, there's fire somewhere, they run. They don't even wait that, I haven't put on my clothes yet, my fireproof clothes, let me wait, let me get ready. No. They get ready in that fire brigade, in that itself. In the vehicle, I've seen many fire brigade people, how they are getting ready inside only, wearing that dress, fireproof dress. What does the military do? When they are at the border, they are not meant to enjoy life there. They have to be always ready, alert, active all the time. I remember once, I went to the border where the Indian security force was there, and I was there to give a lecture. So it was very interesting how they shared their experience that when they're at the border facing the enemy, they have to be always on their toes, always alert. Of course, they have to sleep, they have to eat, but then they're always on their toes. Even if they sleep with the uniform on. Not just the uniform, but even the shoes on, because where will be the time to put on the lace of the shoes? Where will be the time to change the dress from night dress or other dress into the military uniform? So they have to put that on all the time. I remember once one sister was telling that I like the Brahma Kumaris very much. I like everything of what you do. But then this white dress of yours I don't like. White dress I don't like. Have we to wear white all the time if we become a Brahma Kumari? I said, not necessary. Then why are you wearing white all the time? Then I give a very good example. It's an example that we are always on God's duty. You see, when somebody is on a duty, then he has to wear the uniform, no? He has to be in the uniform. So some have duty for 8 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours. Okay, they wear the uniform for 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. But if it is all 24 hours duty then? Then all 24 hours uniform. So we are on 24 hours duty. And then she said, but then I said, there's no compulsion. Those living at home don't have to wear all the time. But yes, when you come to the class, be a good student, wear a uniform. When you are going on a special service, whatever is that country's thing. I'm not talking about you, but I'm just saying that whatever is suitable, okay, use that. And therefore, Baba says that Baba doesn't give these restrictions, you don't wear this, don't wear that. Okay, never mind. But yes, that consciousness should be there that I am on God's service. Sometimes Baba says, don't even use the word duty. This word duty can also make you heavy. Oh, it's my duty. Or that this word duty can make you also have ego. Oh, it's my duty. Oh, it's my duty, what to do. So in both ways, instead of using the word duty, Baba likes this word seva. It's a beautiful Hindi word, but it has got a very beautiful meaning, seva, where it is an altruistic service. In India, this word service also is not understood in the proper way. We say service in such a beautiful way, seva. But they say, if you say service, nowadays the government has put tax on service tax. Therefore, we can't even use service, this word, because service tax means that you are working, you have a job, and that's your service, and therefore you have to pay tax. So in our organization we say seva. That beautiful word is used, seva. It's a beautiful feeling to even say this word seva, where you are serving without any selfish desires. The feeling is just of giving, of giving, of giving. But we know, understand this karma philosophy, that if I give with this hand, I will definitely receive. Giving is not one-sided. Giving comes with receiving. But if I am receiving, let me keep in mind, I have also to give. If I'm only receiving, well, I'm creating karma. I have to give also, only then I'll be able to finish the karma. Many Baba's children, when they come to Madhuban, they always say, oh, I must give my contribution, I must give my contribution. Why? Because I've taken so much from here, how can I not give? How can I use up all the money only on myself? I know so many Baba's children, they don't want to use anything for themselves. No, for Baba, for Baba, for Baba. Well, then Baba gives 100-fold, 1,000-fold. It's not a donation, it's a contribution. So I know in foreign countries, it's not written donation box. Nowhere is written donation box, it's a contribution box. Baba's family is helping through body, mind and wealth. Because we take so much, how can we not give? If we are not giving and just taking and taking and taking, we are so selfish. But then in giving, there is receiving also. That's a beautiful feeling. When Baba talks about values, in these values also, many people say, oh, nobody gives me love, nobody loves me, nobody loves me. Say, why? What a silly question. Why are you saying that nobody loves me? How much do you love others? Ask yourself. Oh, I also don't love anyone. Then how do you expect anybody to love you? First, you give love. You have to give first. Don't think of taking. Don't think of wanting or receiving. Think of giving. In the Indian scriptures and mythological books, there are so many such stories. There's a story of Draupadi and the 5 Pandavas. They were, for 1 year, they were in complete detached from everything. They were not allowed to meet anyone, not allowed. Means they were in total, what should you say, means they had to be away from everyone. And they went into a forest and they had to eat food and they cooked. But then they say that how some sages, they were wanting to test them. So the story goes that the Pandavas had had their meals and Draupadi had not eaten yet. But then there was no food remaining because the Pandavas ate. And little food was left, which was not very sufficient, but very little. And she was just eating, and some sages came, some sadhus came, and they asked for food. Now, if somebody comes and asks for food, whatever there is, you should always give, always help, no problem. Food, you can never say no if somebody is asking. Whatever you can help, you should surely help. But then, it was seen that in that pot, there was nothing remaining. Just 1 grain of rice, only 1 grain of rice left. And what she did, she didn't say a word, but she took that grain of rice, and as she took to give, the whole pot became full. The whole pot became full. And then she went on giving, and the pot remained full. Because this thought did not come in her mind, oh, what to give. This thought did not come, even that 1 grain, she just showed the pot and she gave. But those sages only came to test her, that how much philanthropist she was, how big a heart she had. So these are all small stories, but these stories mean such a lot. And in that giving, there's receiving, because whatever I have is given to me by Baba anyway. Nothing is mine anyway. Nothing is mine. In the world, they say nothing belongs to you. On the path of devotion, they say everything belongs to God. You brought nothing, you will take nothing with you. Whatever is of this world is given by God or is given by nature. The elements have given it to you, and you have to return to the elements. You did not bring with you, you will not take with you. But yes, what karma you did, that accompanies you. What you did has accompanied you, and what you do now will that accompany you again for the future. So you have to pay attention to that. And Baba is teaching us how to make or do good karma so that we are able to create such karma which can lead to our fortune. When Baba talks about the drama, Baba tells us how this point of drama can help you so much. But many children who don't understand this subject of drama, they take this drama in a wrong way. Oh, well, if it is a drama, I will do. If it is a drama, it will happen. But the drama is not just the result. Drama is also the action. Both go together in the drama. Action and the fruit of action, both go together. But we see just the fruit of action without seeing the action or thinking of the action. And then in that action, if the consciousness is only an instrument, then that action will give the return 100-fold to me. Because Baba becomes responsible then. I'm doing everything under his responsibility, his instructions. And I know so many have given such beautiful experiences of this, that how they obeyed Baba, they obeyed Dadi. At the beginning they thought, oh, maybe, I don't think it will be as successful, I don't think so, because they had their own opinions. But because they obeyed, how that obedience made them get the love, made them get the respect, made them feel the fulfillment, and how it worked out so beautifully. I can share my experience too. I remember that I was doing my college, I was in college. Because whenever Baba used to meet me, I lived in Mumbai, and Baba used to come to Bombay, and I used to come to Madhuban from 1960. I'm with Baba in Gyan. So I was about 12 years old at that time. But then since then I've been coming to the center. I used to give speeches in English, even in front of Baba also. And Baba used to appreciate a lot. And whenever I would speak in front of Baba in English, Baba loved little girls, young sisters speaking in English. Oh, Tadi is come. And how I remember, well, Didi is here, I can share about Didi. That she was actually in medical practice. And in my family, everybody wanted me to become a doctor. And so I asked Didi, Didi, what should I do? Everybody wants me to become a doctor. And so I wrote a letter to Baba. And Baba wrote a letter to me, answered to me, child, Baba wants you to become a spiritual doctor and serve the world. This is what Baba wrote to me, a letter. A spiritual doctor and serve the world. So I told Didi about it, and Didi said, well, even I will be giving up my practice. How can I tell you to become a doctor? So it was so easy for me, because Baba inspired and then Didi inspired me. And because of that Srimad,
How was your cousin?
Oh, my cousin, he was very upset because he wanted me to go for medical practice and for medicine. But then how Baba did not want me, Didi did not want me, none of the dadis wanted me, because Baba had said you have to do world service, you have to become a spiritual doctor. So I had to decide what to do. And here the whole Brahmin family telling me, no, you have to serve Baba. But then to come out of that problem, Didi gave me a very beautiful suggestion. Didi said, never mind, don't go for medical practice, don't go for medicine, but just do 2 years degree course, that's all, and then you'll be free. And truly it worked out. And how I listened to Didi and 2 years of degree course, and that was, I did, and then how Baba freed me, and so I could serve. So I fulfilled everyone's desires. So this was my experience. Just to share, I'm only an instrument in the hands of God. Baba is giving me directions, and even to the sisters, Baba is giving the directions, and I have to follow that Srimad. Then I can really be a very, very good instrument. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.